The Breeders' Cup is around the corner. It's the 3rd and 4th of November, and you can catch the action out here at Canterbury Park, but we're here to talk about a very special participant in the 2023 Breeders' Cup, and that is Zozos. I am here with one of his breeder owners, that's Barry Butzow. Welcome, and thanks for taking a moment to chat with us about Zozos.
Thank you much. Glad to be here.
Well, we have to start right from the top because you not only own Zozos, but you did breed him. What's the story behind the name Zozos?
Zozos is a restaurant in Virgin Islands, St. John, Virgin Islands, the best restaurant in St. John, the Virgin Islands. And we just know the owner. We walked up one day, we were looking for a name for a horse. John, is it okay, can we name a horse after your restaurant? He was thrilled.
And that's how Zozos got his name, but how he came to be was actually a purchase of yours at the 2011 Keeneland September yearling sale. You bought his mother Papa's
right,
Forest.
Papa's Forest.
Right, and she went on to a career that saw her win 9 races, over $233,000, and then you bring her to Munnings. And that's where we get Zozos.
I got to go before that. We brought her to somebody else first who is still running, who has made $250,000.
Very true.
Of her offspring, who is running claiming races, but she's done it the hard way, but she's really good.
Zozos took a little bit longer to get to the races. He didn't show up until his 3-year-old year in January. And yeah, he came along very quickly to the Derby.
Once he started, but he was slow getting started. He was, and to see him today, would never realize that he was actually pretty immature when he was a 2-year-old and just didn't quite get everything figured out. And all of a sudden January comes around and he starts perking up a little bit. Brad pots him to race, and all of a sudden he was all over the racing form, the new little superstar.
Yeah.
Way back when. But
well, and it was quite the meteoric rise to get into the Derby. You were 20-1, you were in the Derby, and then his 3-year-old campaign came to a halt. Had a little setback, had the surgery, but he came back in December, and this has been a whole new Zozos. What does the 4-year-old Zozos have that the 3-year-old Zozos didn't?
First of all, I think Brad, I have to give him all kinds of credit. He has taken that horse, put him where he needed to be, and let him mature, took care of the injury, make sure he was in the right kind of races. Somebody the other day said his name shouldn't be Zozos, it should be Slowzos. But he has somehow managed to be a leading horse in every race he runs. He's on the front end, and he's tough. Yeah,
speed has been his best weapon.
Yeah, and he's also tough. He's smart.
And
he senses something behind him. He doesn't slow down. He just, I have to put another gear.
What kind of feedback have you got from Brad Cox and his team about Zozos this year and traveling the country with him?
They love him. I mean, he's like a barn favorite. He's just got a great personality. Everybody loves him.
Well, we love Zozos here. We've been watching him, and we've been watching him go around the country, and how he got to the Breeders' Cup was in the ACK at Churchill.
Right.
Now, that qualified him for the Big Ass Fans Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. You travel around with Zozos. How do you think he'll handle Santa Anita in the Breeders' Cup?
Santa Anita historically has always been a speed track, and I think that's sort of his game. And then it's a question whether a couple of the other horses are going to close on him. But as long as he gets a reasonably 5 or 6 hole inside, he's going to be on the lead.
Well, that's
and then just hang on.
That's what we'll be watching for. But how is he doing these days? How did he come out of the ACK, and what can we expect?
He just worked out the other day. He ran 4 furlongs of 48, doing great. His big blowout is going to be this Saturday, and then really sort of coincidental, but the following Monday, Joni and myself are going on an airplane to Ontario, California, to go down there. And Zozos is coming from Churchill on an airplane to Ontario, California. So we're hoping we'll be there when he gets off the bus or off the plane, but it'd be sort of fun.
Well, you've been there every step of the way. It would only make sense that you would meet him for the big dance at the Breeders' Cup. Now, we will be watching you out there. We'll be hoping for a replication of this, perhaps, out there in California.
We would like that. That'll be the jacket I'm wearing, by the way.
Exactly. Keep an eye out for the jacket. And if you want to watch out and you want to come and bet the Breeders' Cup, you can do that right here at Canterbury Park. You can bet it early, or you can bet it on Saturday. Either way, we're open early in the morning. Come be a part of Team Zozos for the day. Good luck out in California.
Thank you.
Let's bring home a victory.